back to this.
Onward to
Launching the
glory.
game. And how are you doing?
All good. I just woke up and I was telling everyone else in the party that I'm really mad at my sister.
Why?
Because my mother, who does not know how to use computers, I found out why, and it's because my sister bought her a fucking MacBook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Uh,
Meanwhile, I'm running off caffeine high for the rest campaign.
Caffeine
Nice.
high?
Oh yeah, because I got off work about 4 hours ago, so I'm going to power through this caffeine and then crash burn on the couch right behind me.
That sounds like a good plan.
That's very healthy.
A healthy lifestyle. Well, so whoa. First thing, welcome to the party workland.
It's Workclone. You can also call me Michael or just by my character name, Brazier in this case.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, welcome to the party. I will have to get your character into the this fight that's about to get fall. So you're a cleric,
Yeah, of
and
the
you're a
of
Syrian refugee, or
yeah.
at least 1 minute. Well, you live in the lower part, Dura. No, sorry, my
I
bad.
checked. It was the town part with the highest Syrian refugee population, which is High Wall in Tavix Landing.
Yes, perfect. Yes, you live in High Wall, and one of the problems that all of the lower ward in Sharn has, it's the mafia known as the Dask. The Dask is a mafia made of the non-humanoid races. Many of them,
Immigrants from Drome.
yes, immigrants from Rome. And on a couple of days ago, some of them have attacked High Wall with the idea of asking for protection money, and they have chose to send you. Well, sorry. Highwell was attacked by the Dask, and they took some hostages with the idea of saying, like, okay, if you don't start giving us protection money now, we will kill the hostages, and if you give us the money that we ask, it's a classical hostage situation. But you're a member of a militia formed in High Walls, and they have asked you to help retrieve these captured hostages that are in a cathedral in the district of Fallen. Fallen, well, you know the setting, so you might remember Fallen is the district that was broken when some of the high towers fall during a terrorist attack during the war, and it's one
Yeah.
of the primary refuge of the dust. So in Fallen there is a cathedral, and in that cathedral there is family of harpies that were responsible for the kidnapping, and they asked you to go and get the hostages. They actually gave you money to negotiate, but if you have to find another way, that will be better, because it's not like the Syrian refugees have a lot of money on their pocket. So you went to Fallen first in the first light of dawn, and you found a strange situation. There is a group that is negotiating with the harpies, asking them about someone who has been kidnapped. That was what you heard from the back of the cathedral, from the entrance of the cathedral. You will be like over here. You hear them talk about that, and after hearing them talk about that, the harpies refuse to give this group information. You hear one of them that say that there may be someone there is a place where they could be hiding here. They'll be hiding the host, and it appears that there will be trouble because the warforged that you see as maybe the leader of the group, or at least the one who choose to stand in front of them, accused the harpy leader of being a liar, and the harpies were preparing to fight. So
All right.
if you want, you can try to say something, and if you wait a couple of seconds, if you don't say something right now, it's initiative time.
Hold on. I
Suddenly,
just say to the room.
the party sees that a warforged has entered the cathedral, and everybody stops for a moment. The gnolls still have their bows ready, but at least they are not tensing them. So, what do you say, Blas?
Does anyone know about some hostages in the area? supposed to be looking for them.
Sorry for out of game. Sorry for dropping you in the middle of this, but
All right, so we're about
It
to
was-
kick a bunch of harpies' asses over hostages, and then a warforged burst in was like, "Hey, are there any hostages in here?"
Why I feel like everybody just silently is just looking at this new Warforged like,
Alright.
how do we want? Should we tell them?
the harpy said, "Okay, there are no hostages in here. Well, actually, there are hostages in here, but not the one that you are looking for.
Does the
Uh,
harpy wave their hands as they're saying this?
Roll inside.
Alright, Emily is gonna break the silence by yelling, "The harpies have the hostages! Kill them!"
Good point.
can I also roll insight on the what the harpies said to know if they're telling the truth?
If you want to know, if sorry, could you ask that to me again? I will up you. I will give you some more volume. What did you say?
I was asking if I could tell if the harpies were lying or not.
Yes.
Just wanted to.
You could tell if there's some they some suspicious. So roll me an insight check, and let's see. A higher roll will give you more certainty. With an
Not too
8,
bad.
well, someone is accusing them, so they may be right. So when you accuse the harpies prepare to fly, and I will love if I have a way to initiative, but I have to program that. So I will give
The previous initiative does save, right? Still have.
yes.
Hot damn!
Sorry about
Initiative. I just pressed the button on the character sheet, right?
Yep.
Okay.
What can I say? I'm eager to get at them.
Oh, nice. Well, let's see then.
I mean, that heavy armor would always be a problem.
And Zabelle doesn't have her own turn. She just goes after me, right? Or do I roll
Yeah.
initiative for her as well?
No, she goes with you.
Okay.
When you use your bonus action, she acts.
Okay.
Okay, well, Happy will be slow. Followers I will automate this for next session, but today let's give all Harpies the same initiative. Yeah. Well, the Harpies are a little faster than Mother. And finally, the Null. Oh, okay, these people were not ready to fight.
I mean, if I remember correctly, we should be around like right after crack of dawn. They've probably been up
Yes.
all night. They haven't had their coffee yet.
That's true, and they're nocturnal, so it's actually like if you have fallen into their house like at 12, like really late in the night, they want to go to sleep, and well, the Harpies are a little more awake, but Sliver is actually like super fast. So, Sliver,
Yeah, I would like to rage first of all foremost.
perfect,
And then I'm gonna run straight at the middle harpy
perfect.
and slash at her with my greatsword.
That's a perfect plan. So, you hit her, roll damage.
How do I do with the rage damage? Do I just add it for
Uh,
myself, or is it right? Sorry, I think it's. Yep, there we go.
There we go. 15 damage. Well, you hit her very hard. She jumps out of the way of your greatsword, but you draw blood. A long cut going from shoulder to hip. It looks painful. She's alive, but she's still alive. So, next we have Emily.
Alright, can you explain how non-lethal attacks work in 5th edition? I have no idea.
What sort of attack?
So if I wanted, can I shoot my firebolt, but in a way that will knock her out rather than murder her?
Yes.
Not normally. It's the last. It depends on the last hit that somebody gets. That
Yes.
is, if it's in melee, you can decide if it's non-lethally or lethally. But spells in general are more lethal.
So spells are auto-lethal?
Yeah, but I mean, they're all,
in this moment, you can choose to be less lethal. It may still need medical attention, but you can. It's like you choose to shoot to the leg. If you shoot someone to the leg with a gun, it's not lethal, but it can die later.
That's my intention.
Bleeding.
And
Perfect.
is this This is a broken statue of some sort?
Yes, it's
Can
a
I
broken statue. It could serve as cover.
That is exactly
cover.
what I'm doing. Emily is
Perfect.
going to run over here. She is going to hide. She's going to pull out a wacky looking device, and she's going to aim it at the. Yeah, because shooting into melee isn't a thing anymore. She's going to aim at the harpy that Silver just smacked, and pew. And I'm assuming that's a miss.
Yes, that's a.
All right.
The fireball flies over the harpy without damage. So, Heliel.
As a bonus action,
Oh, sorry.
if you'll let me, I'd
Yes,
like
yes, yes. Sorry.
Zabel to
I
go
forgot.
support in the melee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. And she's gonna take a dash action.
But the small gnome joins the melee. Well, Heliel and Taro, your turn.
Okay, you're there. You're there. So that is ouch. That sliver, you're just shy out of it. So as a free action,
Yes.
I'm going to trust our barbarian warforged here. I'm going to yell over to this other warforged and tell them, if you're here for the hostages, follow me. As for my action, I'm going to burn one of my spell slots and cast Bless on Emily and my popped up here. Come on, Chrome. We're going to cast Bless on Emily and Brazier. So you guys are within 30 feet of me. Sliver, you're at 45. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And what does Bless do?
It
Eh,
adds
That's
1d4 to pretty much all of your checks.
There we go.
Oh, cool. All right, that's different.
Yes, quite nice. Attacks roll and saving throws. But, well, there are two of the more useful checks that you can do.
I will remember this.
Okay, and then for that, I do remember the details you told me last week. I'm going to try and with the information I have last week, can I pass through?
Yes, you can try to jump over with athletics, or you could try to run very on with a lot of care with acrobatic. Your choice.
One of these 100%. Okay, I'll take the op jump because I am proficient in athletics, and
But it's a relatively easy jump. It will be a DC 10.
I'm still on the. I was wondering why my icon is not. Okay, so I will move to. Assuming I make it, I'm going to move to this position. Let me go and roll.
Do it.
I don't know why it's an advantage, but 16.
16. You jump like an Olympic over the stairs and fall in front of the knot.
And that's free action and movement, which takes care of my turn.
Nice. The harp go now, and they will do this. The harpies move, they fly up a little, and they move 1, 2, 4, 5. He moves over here and starts to sing. You will need to do a DC 10 max sheet, luring song, a DC 11. You have to do a DC 11.
Who's doing the check?
Everybody.
Oh.
Everybody at 300 feet.
Oh, Jesus. All right. All right.
Harpies are bad creatures in this regard. The effect is not that bad, but
Oh boy, I'm happy I have no wisdom.
okay. Here you are the only one who didn't fall for that.
Sorry, I was just checking if I had for that. At least I'm proficient. Okay. All for the love of.
Rip.
Oh man!
Rip party.
Well, that's a happy action. The other happy will attack. No, well, wait. The other happy will disengage and move over here, keep singing. If you have survived the song of one happy, you are immune to that happy song. So, Garcia, you need to roll to survive the second happy.
All
Survive,
right.
do not fall. You are a
24.
paragon wisdom. Yeah.
I am.
And it's now your action.
I will start by the thing of the harpies, and pretty sure that they are partially responsible for the kidnappings. I will move up to here, and I will present my shield, which is emblazoned with the emblem of a half, so a fire, and it
Nice.
begins to shine in a bright orangey ambery light that is similar to a half fire. And
Nice.
I will use my channel divinity Twilight Sanctuary.
Oh, fancy.
Everyone in this area can at the end of their turn end one effect is causing me to charm their friend or gain 1d6 temporary hit points, 1d6 plus 3 temporary hit points. So
Wow, really useful for this situation.
and also that area is dim light for if it matters.
All right, can you
And then
draw that aura?
I already have that. What should be?
You have to mark it as visible to everybody.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
I see it, but they.
I don't know where I can do that.
Oh, Lucas has to
I
do
can
it.
do it. I can do it.
That is really handy in this one specific situation.
We
Yeah.
just
Yes,
gotta
like a
survive
lot.
till next turn.
See.
And then I will use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon. Then I also shield a bright spear emerges, and it was in 60 feet. It was next to. Would it be alright if it was next to one of the harpies that
Yeah.
wasn't engaged?
Yes, totally.
Mark
Not
here.
6 feet. Yeah,
Oh,
you can. No, you totally can.
yeah, and
I will give
then
you something to send the spear. One moment, so you can see the.
yeah, so that's a 17. That's probably hits. So it's just a bright spear shoots out from my shield, so made out of light. That's in a similar color to the light I emit, and just goes into the harpy.
Nice. Oh yes.
And that's my
So
turn.
powerful first turn, and now the gnolls go. The gnolls here, and they will shoot. These two gnolls will shoot Ariel.
Okay.
The first null fails totally, and the second null hits you badly, actually. Oh, it doesn't auto-calculate critical damage, so I will have to add 1d8 to the equation. You suffer 14 damage.
Oh,
The
damn.
arrow flies. The first arrow flies away, like way off out of target, but the second one hits you right in the chest, and it hurts like hell. The third null will move over here and shoot against Sliver, but fails miserably. Well, those are the nulls, and the last one is Casa, who will disengage and start. Won't go over with a spear and start to sing. So, Brazier, you need to roll to avoid being charmed.
I think that just
You just
is
do
over.
it. You manage to avoid being charmed by the harpy, and on his turn, Graal Dustinov runs away because he considered that all of this is too much. He was a player that chose to leave the party without saying why. If you choose to leave, at least say like, "Oh, I just leave because I didn't like that or this."
Very rude
Yeah.
of him.
It was like, okay, he disappeared. Well, so Sliver,
Yep.
the happy flew away, and that's annoying. And you're charmed, but I'm outside the blessing of Brazier, so you have to use your movement to go towards the first harpy to charm you that is here.
That's
That was those pretty ladies. Actually, the voices are beautiful. The ladies not so much, unless you are into scales and feathery arm. Emily,
Okay,
Hold,
so
hold up. Hold up. I get to roll to see if I get out of the.
yes.
That's just a regular wisdom save, right?
Yes, that's a regular wisdom save. And you have the d4 from the blessing. You could add it later if you fail.
But I don't have the blessing. I was outside it.
Oh, you were outside? Okay.
Yep, but I didn't work anyway.
Oh, I forgot. Sliver, roll, see if you manage to break the spell.
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, but
Did not.
did not work. So now you go to Emily. Roll to see if you manage to break the spell, and you have the blessing.
okay, I also have a question for you. When the harpy flew away, does that provoke from Zabel?
She used the disengage action.
So that's a no then?
Yes.
Okay.
You can, if you use your main action, you can disengage without suffering an attack.
Okay. Wisdom save is this, and that's a 2, so it doesn't even matter if I add the blessing.
No.
You can automatically end the charm if you use the blessing.
yeah.
What?
From what I'm reading here, from what I'm reading here, it's either add him temporary hit points equal to cleric level, or you end one effect causing charm frightened status.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
so
thought
you
bless
can
was
end.
1d4.
Yeah, but this wasn't blessed. This is Channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary.
I'm
Two blessings
confused.
on you.
Okay.
You have two different blessings in use, and you can use these to get rid of the charmed effect. So you
Okay.
can act normally. Sorry, I misread it. My bad.
So do I move
You're
to?
free from the. Yes, you can use your full actions.
Oh.
You have your turn.
Okay. Emily is confused as to how this happened, but okay.
Yeah, you feel the warm flowing from the brazier shield, and suddenly you're free from. You feel your movement, your body respond to your mind's command again.
All right, Emily is not going to understand this, but is going to throw the new Warforged a big thumbs up, and she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try her best to hide behind cover next to the stairs, and she's going to blast the thing.
Perfect.
And that is going to be a pew. Did that not roll? Oh, there we go. Just took a second.
Hey.
24.
24 hits.
All right, and how do I roll damage? Do I just click Firebolt?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, 4 fire damage.
Full damage.
And Zabel is immune to charm, so as a bonus action, she's gonna keep dashing, I guess. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. No, shit. Are they all flying?
Yes, they are flying like 10 feet from the ground.
Oh shit, she can't do it. Fuck. Stand next
You have
to.
the knoll as an ultimate target.
Oh, the null's on the
Oh
ground.
yes, the knolls are on the ground.
Cool. She will move up the
Up the
null.
stairs. But no, sorry. The knolls I was talking about this.
Oh, okay. Well, then she will run in that direction. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
But, well, Harriet and Taro, you are free from the sing song of the harpies thanks to Garcia, and you are free to act.
Okay. That crit did hurt, but we're still outnumbered, so got uneven odds here. I'm gonna move my full, and I'm back. I'm gonna move my full move, almost my full movement to here, and then I'm going to go and use Product Shroud.
The hell is this?
Fallen
Ooh,
Asimar shenanigans.
Oh,
spooky.
Very spooky. So the sun's slowly rising. We got that little bit of light here, but for the rest of you, there's some shadows suddenly coming off from the right side of the building, and you're seeing these skeletal wings of darkness, like a true edgelord, come out of Ariel's back as I unleash this on the two gnolls in front of me. And since they, if I math this correctly, they're within 10 feet.
Yeah.
They have to see it on a charisma saving throw, or they become frightened of me till my next turn.
Oh, the first knoll, it's like absolutely frightened. I will in a frightening. You will have. I will give you this small school. Yeah, school is correct. The knoll is frightened, and the other knoll. Well, first knoll actually shoots man because it's a natural one, and the other knoll. The other null stands its ground. It actually makes sense. The null that had failed to hit you with the arrow, it's scared, and the null that crits you, it's like I can do this. The harpies. The harpies evaluate the situation, and they see that they can't really well count on their song thanks to the warforged over there, so they will change tactic. Right here, use the ruler. This harpy over here will use full movement to. Wait a minute, I forgot how the charge action works.
Charge?
You have charge in 5th edition?
Not really. Like some
Yeah, some
creature
creatures
features.
have it as well. So it will use his full movement to stand in front of Emily, so Emily can attack with a distant attack without suffering disadvantage. And the other two harpies will also use full movement to fall on the cleric. That's their main problem. Sorry, Bloodwing attack. Gracia, you have one harpy in front of you.
I will then take out my warhammer and try to clobber on the head.
Perfect.
That's a 13 and 9 bludgeoning damage.
And 9 damage. Perfect. You hit him, you hit her, and the happy looks bloody, at least. So, now the
Wait a
nose...
minute.
Wait,
I still have
sorry,
my
I forgot.
my spiritual weapon and
Spiritual weapon, it's actually quite close to the happy leader.
was it here? Yeah. So it just goes after the harpy leader. And that's a 24 and 5 force damage.
That spiritual weapon is actually quite precise to a strike to hit. The happy looks wounded, but still able to fight. Wow. Now the null. This null over here can attack you, Harriel, and actually step back, but he can still attack Sliver over here, and he will do just that. Oh yes, I actually did it. Thank you. Oh, the happy leader is actually almost dead. The null over here steps a little back and will shoot the Sliver
Okay.
for 5 damage, but well, you are raging, so it's only.
Nope, I'm not. I didn't take damage last turn. I moved, so I take full
Uh,
damage, but
yeah.
I can now repeat my saving throw.
Yes, that's true. And you manage to save.
So,
So you are free from the enchantment. The second null over here will charge to melee
Okay.
and will attack you with fear.
All right. How this goes?
Actually, spear will be here. It has,
I love those
let's
finesse
see,
weapons.
5 damage. This null is quite violent, and the last null will shoot. He will shoot the gnome that's going after him. 5 damage to Savel.
Hey, ow.
Now it's the turn of Casa Bloodwind, and Casa Bloodwind will try to take down the Warforged. Not her best move, but a move born of desperation. He has 2 attack, plus.
miss and hit. No, miss. Sorry.
Casa Bloodwind tries to hit you, but you are just too tough to them. Sliver.
Yep. I'm gonna rage again.
Perfect.
Just so. Then I'm gonna do a reckless attack with my greatsword. Advantage.
Hey.
Well, you roll your damage, and then I think that you don't have the option to crit damage. But you can always roll one d10. Oh, you can. Okay, you stab her with your two-handed sword in the middle of the chest and pin her on the ground, where she starts to squirm and eventually drop completely still. The two you can see Emily and Gracia. You can see the look of panic in the harpies that you have in front of you as her leader has fallen.
Uh,
Emily, it's your turn.
Emily would like to spend her action on a. I guess this would be a diplomacy check, or not diplomacy, what's it called? A persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Is I am going to. Well, without really saying anything in terms of words, just kind of gesture to the barbarian who is like hacked apart the harpy leader and be like, "We don't want to kill you. We're here for the hostages. So if you would kindly lay down claws, be on our."
Roll with advantage.
Okay.
You're using a
20.
Well,
good
you rolled a
moment.
20, but you also had bless going on that too.
So another D4 on top of that.
Oh, actually, one of the harpies says, "Stop, stop! Please, Hila, where are the hostages? Go, please, stop, stop, please save her."
So did all of them say that, or just the one?
Just one, you can save her. And the gnolls are less ready to stop fighting, but you can see that they listen to them.
So are any of them still fighting?
Not right now.
Okay, cool. In that case, if they're all not fighting, Emily is gonna take a move action to go doot 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 doot, and Zabel is gonna run over here as well, ready to just. And you're gonna see her hand like turn into a scalpel.
They and look at you with suspicion. Harpies fly over to and look at you with a French and like, I hope that she can survive this.
You're the ones who attacked us.
We were paid for this. Personal. Please, for this.
I'll take the opportunity to just to dagger over and just yell at Emily, "Do what you need to do. We can we can discuss matters later. Liver is there too, just in case anybody has any ideas."
Yes, Liver, you have to actually stop killing, and it's hard. Okay, I was killing so good.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You are about to do a healing check, a healer's kit check. Sorry.
Oh, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Oh, because I did not hear a single thing you just said for the last 5 minutes, cutting out like
Oh,
crazy.
sorry. My bad. You are about to do a healing check.
Emily was asking all the harpies to stand down and told them it's their fault that all this
Yes.
happened. Yes.
Yes. The harpies are standing down. They are close to their mother, but more like trying to see her and trying to see if you are free to act in this.
Oh, cool. Because Emily doesn't know a fucking goddamn thing about healing. She's a mechanic.
Oh,
I'm here to
Lord.
help anyone who's trained in heal.
Yeah, I would.
This is not
send
my
over-
area of expertise.
Let me do this, and then I'll cast Spare the Dying on the Harpy Mother,
See, there we go.
Perfect. Well, you
so that
stabilize
she doesn't bleed out.
Perfect. You stabilize her, and the daughters look at you and say, "Thank you, man. Thank you, good man." Well, about the hostages, the Syrian ones are here. Actually, we have a couple of them. We will give them back to you, and in name of the Bloodwing clan, I promise you that your people will not have any problem with us from now on.
Much appreciated.
I will try to say to relate to the other members of the Dusk, and they might cause some trouble. But I promise you two things: one, our people, our clan, will not participate in any attacks against your people, and two, if I know about an attack against your people, I will let you know. This is in exchange for the blood debt that I have acquired because you have saved my mother. But I am sorry to inform you, she looks at Sliver and Emily. I'm sorry to inform you that we don't have Marielle. Marielle de Canid was not a hostage. She hired us to rescue her from because she feared for her life, and she paid a generous sum of money to keep this as
That's a good idea.
But I can tell you something. She asked for us to transport her to one of the middle ward. Well, and if you ask the guards over there, you could maybe. She was in disguise, but I tell you, it was a blue gray cloak. She was using like a leper's mask. So that's all that we can say to you. The other thing that we know is she went to the Dancing Shadows in district.
I'm sorry, what was
Uh,
that? Dancing
the
Shroud?
Dancing Shadows in this. She was accompanied by her servant, the gnome. That's all that I can say to you. That's all that I know.
I'm assuming they're not whispering about all this, so seeing that the gnolls aren't doing anything at this point, I'll move down because I do have one question for the harpies.
Yes. What?
And for the record, I am horrendously injured. So throughout this entire kidnapping was charade because she feared for her life. She
Yes.
didn't once mention or what she was afraid of. She had never gave any inkling on of what might have been after her.
The daughters look at each other and say, She didn't spoke to us directly, but it sounded like it was someone in power because she chose to recruit us and not some fancy mercenaries or. And I suspect her father actually because she didn't trust the people in her own house except her maid servant, her handmaiden. And if you don't trust the people in your house, it's most probably something to do with family. Well, it could have actually been one of his brothers. She is the heir to Merrix, and well, maybe a younger brother wanted to clean way to Ascension. So, well, someone in the family, that I'm sure. But she wasn't like talkative about this.
Fair enough. Fair cough blood. Fair enough. Brazier was it?
Yes.
Yes.
How is the matron looking? Has she stabilized?
She won't bleed out. She still needs some rest, but she will survive if nothing else happens.
Okay.
What
And
of
I
the
turn.
creature that killed the guards? What do you know of it?
I imagine that he must have been an assassin sent by whoever wanted to end her life. We were watching her because we were hoping to rescue her to do the fake kidnapping on another day because she wanted to. I don't remember well, but she had an appointment with someone. I might be wrong, but she said something about hairdresser to her handmaiden. But she had an appointment today, but later in the day at night.
Okay.
She told me that she wanted to be kidnapped tomorrow or this day, but we had to accelerate the plan because this bloody halfling appeared. To Brazier, they are well. You will be informed later. One of the gnolls, while you are talking, one of the gnolls get open this door, and two children, and lead two children to Brazier. You see the hostages that the harpies had took. They look scared, but in good shape. They were not hurt in any visible way, at least. They hug you when they see you and say, "Oh, thank you, Brazier."
Everything's alright in a bit. I'll try to escort you out of this district and then back to High Walls.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And then I turn to the other party members. What was this about a kidnapping or a lost heiress?
I think we should continue our discussion outside. I motion to the children, most likely hugging your ankles.
Yeah.
We've inadvertently helped you get your precious cargo back. We can tell you about ours once children have turned safely. Also, I definitely need to patch myself up.
This is a good idea.
Right. Where should we meet?
Is there an inn around
Okay.
here?
The happy say, well, there is an inn, but you look like very human-ish. So, if you want to go there, I will have to escort you. But the other option that you have is you can stay here. We have some bedroom. I mean, fight is over, and I don't see any reason to.
Let's just walk a few blocks to the left, get out of here, then explain everything to our Warforged friend.
Well, if you want to get out of here, there is an inn. If you have gold, they may actually receive you well.
You just told me that they don't like humans.
No, they don't like you,
I
but
am
they do
human.
like gold. Oh yeah, well, but you have rights like a human. I mean, we don't. So let at least one of the gnolls escort you. So
I turned to the paladin.
Regardless of where you are in the world, money is still the universal language. But am specifically pointing at this one. Oh, I'm trying to. Oh,
yeah,
I am.
this one.
No, this one. There we go. That one. The one that I put the fear of God in. This
Yes.
one should be the one to take us there.
Perfect.
Okay, the gnolls doesn't seem happy, but the happy say go escort him, and the gnolls accept.
And I think with that, I think we're done. Unless anybody else has any ideas or things they want to check out here.
No, we'll follow the knoll.
Well,
And I just try to keep the children by me and maybe give them some food, like some rations that I have in my bag.
perfect. So you go, you give a little food to the orphan. The orphans are quite happy about that. They don't seem like super hungry, but still the ability of eating without fear is different from eating in fear. So you start to escort them out, and you reach a small tavern. The tavern is like most of the district of Fallen. It used to be a small chapel that was redesigned to be a tavern. You get in there, and in the place you can see some gnolls, some kobolds. You see a minotaur in the and it appears that it's the owner of the place. The Minotaur sees you all coming, looks at you with mistrust, but they see the gnoll. The gnoll says, "Hey, big boy, these people are okay. They are not here to cause any trouble. We have a little scuffle, but nothing to worry about. No need to call anyone else. They just need a place to patch up their wounds, and they will be on their way." The Minotaur makes a little nod, says, "Well, I am Orius, and I am the owner of this inn. If you want to patch your wounds, there is a place in the back that people used to sleep. At this hour is empty, and you can go over there. It will be a gold piece for the full group. Charging you a gold piece for the full party is slightly expensive, but not that bad."
Ariel doesn't want there to be a scene. Even though we're already a pretty known group, try and keep the attention off. So I'll drop gold pieces.
Oh, thank you. Considering this, he took a giant bottle of wine, like 5 liters, and have this on the house.
Ariel nods in thanks. This should be saved for for a better occasion. Well, I'll put this in my pack for the time being. And actually, before we do that, so the kids, we're leaving them at the inn, or it was Brazier able to take them to their loved ones.
I was going to take them back to High Walls, and then I will meet up with you again.
Sounds good.
Actually, High Wall and the district in where it like down the district from which you have the last information about Meryl.
Oh,
And so you can go there and it on the way, pretty much.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's. I need at least roll some hit dice. So,
Yes, you need a short rest. It's in order. It will
so
be
let's take the opportunity to discuss what we've learned because I've got some ideas and I can roll my hit dice in the meanwhile and get some back.
Sounds
perfect.
good.
So that's one.
So you get in the room, you have some privacy, you can tend your wounds. If some of you have no, for Emily, you can heal. No, you don't have any wounds to heal, so it's mostly Hariel who receive all the damage.
Yeah, those two that crit definitely took a chunk. But I got up to 23, so I managed to fortify myself pretty well.
Alright, so while he's eating his sandwich, can the rest of us discuss that's what we learned.
Yes.
All right. So I think I know what our next move is. What about the rest of you?
Well, I'm trying to escort these children.
Or the people who are still here with me, which I guess is just Silver. And yes,
Sliver.
I know your name is pronounced Sliver. It's an in character thing.
So, what are you going to do?
Currently, I'm looking at the barbarian.
Barbarian is
Sliver?
focusing on the cat.
Okay, well, I will go and sit down next to our paladin while she's eating her healing sandwich and say, what do you think our next move should be once the cleric gets back?
Well, the first thing we should try and check into is if we can maybe we can try and ask around the house in question because for what it's worth, the harpy make a point. It's one if our target if our kid kidnappee was afraid of her own family father that she only trusts the handmaiden assigned to her. That's a very agonistic environment to be living in.
Very.
And more to the point, the thing that bothers me about about what the harpy revealed is it's obvious that Morella's plan kidnapping air quotes the plans the harpies were forced to up plan. When you move a plan, things get sloppy, get messy, and somebody took advantage of that. One thing that fused me and ultimate bothers is whether or not Jack Slash was just somebody taking the opportunity, take advantage of said the plans because he just happened to come across this scheme, or possibly was Jack Slash hired.
Well, until we know more, that's just an assumption.
We should definitely try and check out with the family first. Because if I wrote down in my note, while Mariella had the appointment with the hairdresser, that appointment was evening time, and right now it's like still morning-ish. Still have to wait any.
Are we sure going to the family directly and then accusing them of kidnapping their own daughter is the best course of action?
No, we don't go. We don't go and show our hand that quick. But it has been 24 hours. Could go there with an update on the situation.
And say
Oh,
what? We befriended some harpies.
one thing that I wanna remember you, it's that you have the ring that Saga had gave you that allows you to get inside the window of Meryl Betty
That is something
without
we could
triggering
use.
the magical alarm.
Maybe that's something worth investigating.
I think if you go to the house, I remember you that detail.
But
What I'm
we kind of need to confirm the Harpy's story first of all. We need to find, and I forget her name, the
Meryl,
principal. Yeah, we need to find her to make sure that we actually got the right story. We can investigate what happened, why it happened later.
I think the harpies are trustworthy. They have no reason to lie to us.
Except the fact that I just essentially killed their mom and they were kind of panicking and noticing, shit, these guys will kill us too. They would say whatever.
And if we find out they lied, we'll be back with them. They have
Yes,
reason not to lie to us.
they do absolutely have a reason to lie to us. That what says that they won't evacuate the cathedral?
This was the lower rank Harpy gang, right?
Yeah.
yes.
So I'm not okay. So I'm not entirely sure how that worked in terms of like. I mean, this is still a gang, so trying to uphold a gang by their word is already sketching up as it is. But them being lower ranked compared to a higher ranked gang, that's also on that scale.
My
I'm just
point
looking
is,
at
it is best to take them on their word unless we have a reason to distrust. Because otherwise, if you cannot trust anyone, then no information you gain is correct. You have to at least start by trusting someone.
Yeah,
and
and I started by trusting my commander, but these guys are unknown to me. They are therefore inherently untrustworthy, and I have to do the old Russian, sorry to using real world, but like trust but verify. So we have to find the main objective, which was still Meryl.
the main issue is all we've gotten from the Harpies so far is they've managed that while they did manage to get her away, she's somewhere in dancing shadow. We don't have anything beyond that. We need to narrow our search because
How
that
big
this
is Dancing Shadows? How big is the district?
Every district, it's like, actually, I have here 100 feet for 100 feet.
Oh, that's not too big.
No, but it has several layers, so
I think
that
that's still
can get
something we could
annoying.
search ourselves. Just
Yes,
search the
you can
entire
search.
district.
If you know that someone is on a specific district, you can search there and have a chance of finding the person. You know the disguise that she's using. That's useful, but
Right.
she can change it. And you know that she's with a gnome, so it will be a human and a gnome. That narrows it down a little.
Sounds like we're headed to Dancing Shadows.
So turn the kids, do investigation, against the shadows, and on the off chance we end up getting unlucky, we try and find that dresser when it comes for that appointment later on in the evening time.
Bingo.
Yeah, unless that the hairdressing appointment was just a ruse so that she could leave, so that the harpies could grab her. In that case, completely useless.
Well, it's the fallback, and in case Dance doesn't bring.
All right.
And with that, Harriel's going to stand up and stretch it out, get that feeling back in her limbs. Let's go and we.
We were supposed to wait here until the cleric came.
Oh, you're right. I guess I'm feeling a little angsty from that battle.
Should the magic items that allows you to instant communication over distance, like stone self. Well, Gracia, you go to the high wall, you return with the kid, and everybody in the district. It's like, thank you, Gracia. We knew that we trust you. You are always you are a good member of your community, but now you are like a local hero for them. They thank you a lot about this, and well, they ask you to give the money back because they are all poor, but they will say you to keep 50 gold at least for all your troubles. And
50 gold, was it?
yes, 50. It's like I know it's a little, but well, you know how these things go, how hard things are in this place, so how expensive to live here. So well, but we want to show us our appreciation. We have that, and old grandma. The old grandma, it's like the oldest woman in the place, and it's considered like everybody's grandma. It doesn't matter who you are, and says she has knit you how do you say poncho in English? In English,
Poncho.
a poncho.
Yeah.
Poncho.
She has knit you a poncho. I know you don't get cold, but well, she insisted, and
Thank you.
they gave you a quite bright colored poncho.
I'll then try to put it on, and
It actually
just
fits
wear it.
really well. I mean, she did it for the right measurement, and it has a little symbol of a heart in your chest.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for everything that you have done. Well, if you want, you can stay and rest. But the kids say me that you have found some people that need you. Well, we know you.
Yeah.
We will be okay. So
So
go there and do your thing.
I will see you then if I come
Okay.
back in the area.
Good luck.
May the half mother protect you.
Thank you. It's
And
glad
then
to see. Well,
then
you
I'll
go out, as you go out, people wave you in the streets, and you go back to the inn in the border of Fallen, where you find the rest of the crew getting ready to move. Well, do you inform him of anything else, or do you just start moving?
Oh no. At the very least, when sorry.
Alright.
There we go. Thank you, Crow. No, when Brazier comes back, if nobody else is going to do it, I'm definitely going to Brazier our plan of attack. We're going to go Dance Shadows District because we are searching for another kidnappee, somebody very important, that was kidnapped last night, and there are a lot of people searching for her. And so far, we're following that told to us by the harp, trying to see if we can track down this person in the Dance Shadows Den. I can't speak for Sliver and Emily here, but I truly appreciate your help during that conflict with the Hearts earlier, and I would definitely want you along to help this.
You saved our lives. We have your thanks.
thank you. I'm always happy to serve. And who was the kidnappee you were searching for again?
I'm gonna when you ask this, I'm just gonna give a quick glance over to Sliver.
Is someone supposed to be talking, or did I looks like I disconnected a lot of problems. Right, absolutely. I'm restart this. It still says connect. There we
As
go.
you are walking, you start hearing an argument. Someone say, "Well, we have information that she's here, and you will give me that." And you hear a goblin voice answering this loud man. I have no information of no rich girl going in here. You are fucking delusional. As you are walking, you see a group of guards led by a warforged. The warforged, you see the warforged, and you recognize him as Hammer. Hammer is a warforged guard captain, a watch captain, that it's said to be in the pocket of House Canid. He's considered somewhat of a good guy because he's sympathetic to Warforged, and well, most of you are Warforged, so you have heard good things about him. And it's not super corrupt, but he does take orders from House Canid from time to time. You are still out of sight, and they are arguing with the Goblin priest that had gave you the information to the cathedral. You can move freely, but when you are over there, one of the guards say, "Hey, halt! Who are you?"
Is there a problem?
The chief Hammer looks at you and say, "Hello, brother. There is no problem here. We are just looking for some information, and well, these goblins will give it to me eventually, one way or another."
I
As he says
produce
that, he closes fist on the handle of Hammer.
I produce the ring with the crest of House Denise and just hold it out so he can see it and say, I believe we're on the same business. Leave
Oh
these
yeah.
alone.
Well, but they may have information. If we are in the same business, at least if you have another other intel, all that we know is that the Harpies that kidnapped the girl are here, and we want to know where.
We have already spoken to the Harpies. There is no information to gather there.
Well, roll a deception check. Actually, I will give you advantage because no. Yes,
Persuasion is it, isn't it? I'm not trying to
persuasion.
deceive him.
You actually are.
Well,
Rip.
Well, he looks at you and say, "Brother, I want to believe you. That's why you have advantage. But, brother, I want to believe you, but come on. I know you want to get the girl first because you want to establish the honor of Host the Need. But I am with the watch. I was asked to do this by her own father. We should share what we know. We could help you, and you could help us."
I simply say, the Harpies are over there and point towards the cathedral. Now leave the goblins alone.
You can make another persuasion check. No advantage this time. You are giving him what he wants, but he has some reason to suspect you now. So, okay. Here. See if he beats you with his insight.
Nope.
No. Okay. You see, we could cooperate. There is no need to trouble. The goblin sees you giving the information, but decides that he doesn't want any trouble, so he stands down. Hammer and his group of guards start to move towards the cathedral, and you are free to go wherever you want.
Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Well, you continue moving down. I will in the middle walk. You continue moving down. You are in the. You have to cross most of the little like a quarter of the city walking. But thanks to as you are a group of heavily armored and scary-looking people, you don't get mugged nor anything like that. You reach high wall, and in there you take a lift that leaves you in the Dancing Shadows in this. The Dancing Shadow in district has two main business. One is open market. There are artisans and people selling different goods. And the other thing that they have is a good number of inns and places dedicated to entertainment and what is known as a beauty market. It's a place where you can buy perfumes, makeover, and some even say that you can get magical enchantments to your appearance. So you go to the Dancing Shadows Inn. It's close to midday. Midday, no, noon. it's close to noon, and the streets are quite active. Most of the streets are overhanging bridges. I will show you as an example. Yes, the place is pretty. There are people. There are places to eat. You can buy different things. I will.
Is the open air area we're in right now, like
Yes.
just stalls and such?
Yes. It's one of the open markets. It's a good place to gather some. Yeah, one moment.
Oh.
You are getting here in the overhanging bridge, and you see a different group of people going out about their days.
But bustling activity and such.
Yes.
I'm going. I turn to our party and take stock and ask them. And so, do we want to stick together and check and just move as checking each stall out, asking information, or do we want to cover more ground by splitting up?
I think sticking together is the best option. You never know what you might run in these sorts of districts.
Really?
We'll cover less ground, but it does mean we get ambushed. We should be able to defend ourselves.
Then, what's you're about to say?
Oh, I was saying, plus it means we have 4 sets of eyes on something rather than just one.
All right. Then we got a bunch. Then we've got a lot of walk.
Wonderful.
Okay, so I guess we'll just go to each NPC that we see here. We are on some type of like bridge s type thing, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So
All right, as we're walking around, Emily's just gonna kind of reach into her backpack. She's gonna pull out like a thing of metal. She's gonna start hammering it and like mildly enchant it. So it's basically like a floating chair she can like float around on. Not so much that she's like flying, but just because she doesn't want to have to actually walk anywhere.
Yes, I get
So she's just floating like an inch above the ground.
it.
Harry's giving you like a curious eye at the crafting you're doing right now.
I mean,
But-
do you want one?
Uh,
It's just a
yeah,
chair.
I've walked far. I can handle a little bit of walking.
I'm used to standing, not walking so much. I'd rather be propelled somewhere.
As we get up to this person here, Miss, excuse me, Miss, may I have a moment of your time?
Yes, of course you can. Of course you can. And I am not. I am slightly in a hurry, but what do you need?
We're sorry. We're part of a event. We're part of an event party here, and we're trying to look.
You look like one. She says, looking at the.
And it seems like we may have. It seems like we've got our locations mixed up with one of our party members that was made up to go out on a recovery mission later. I'm just wondering if you happen to have seen a individual, young lady-ish, wearing a leather mask. She also they also had a attendant with them, like a squire of sorts. That was a halfling.
No.
No.
Wait, see. Well, she says, okay, maybe. Actually saw someone quite like that when I was in the beauty district getting my some skin product, and I saw someone that I remember I saw her leather mask, and I thought to myself, okay, that's someone that will definitely need some skin products, and I was happy of not being her, so I noticed that.
Okay. Where do you remember seeing her?
Well, if you go down this high wall, that's this high bridge, you will eventually reach a bifurcation. And well, she starts giving you instructions to where she might be found. And eventually you will get to in the beauty district. But she was going to there's a part of the beauty district that has some warehouse. She was going over there. So maybe she was going to meet sorry for the name. I think that maybe she was going to Lasus Harlian. Lasus Harlian, if you want, you can make an intelligence check if you had heard about him. She tells you the name like it's obviously Lasus Harlian. She talks about him as he was famous, and you may actually have known about them. Garcia, you don't. Sliver, actually, Sliver, you have heard about him because some war veterans use his service. He's referred as a hair hairdresser, but he has the ability to enchant one's hair, creating a full illusion on the person. And some war veterans that have scars that they want to hide, or when they want, yes, mostly about that. Like you have a scar in your face and you don't want to be seen as a wounded person. You go to him, you pay a handsome amount of money, he does your hair, and at the same time can create another appearance for you.
I lean over to Hariel and just go, he's a hairdresser.
A magical hairdresser.
Out of character, hello, the Dungeon Dragon plastic surgery.
Yes, make a perception check as you are talking about this.
All of us, or
All of us, all of you,
Ooh, yeah.
actually.
Hey,
Uh,
man, I am still a bit.
hey, my defender's got a good perception.
Well, your defender, yes, your defender tucks your sleeve, says, lady, there are some, oh, Emily, there are some weird people looking at us. Gracia, you notice that there are three men, well, two men and a woman, that look like an adventure party, and they are looking at you as you speak. One of them looks like an stereotypical barbarian, another of them has quite a fancy outfit, and the third one just looked like a half elf. But they have the attitude that adventurers used to usually have, and they are looking at you as you speak.
Emily will turn around and say, "Can we help you?"
Is there a problem?
The one in the fancy clothes looks at you and say, "Hi, my name is Anthony, and this is my group, and I think that we are looking for the same person."
We've been getting that a lot.
Yes, well, because there is a lot of people looking for her, and her father promised 5,000 golds to the party that finds her. And well, we were expecting to have that reward for ourselves, but we could share if you are okay with that.
no.
Oh, that's too bad because, well, you have the information and we have a piece of the information and we will get the rest of the pretty and lovely lady. We are just trying to help a father find her daughter. I don't see why we need to have trouble over this. You see that the people start to get away from she has two of you, like they are sensing some trouble.
I'm gonna just like tap on Sliver's shoulder and just whisper quietly in my breath. Your house didn't hear anything about, correct?
No, they did not say anything about rewards. These are free agents.
Harriel nods, and with the to the lady that's slowly backing away, I turn to her and with the easiest smile I could come up with, Miss, thanks so much for your assistance. It seems to me that we have a prior engagement to take care of. Should be on.
Yes, yes, I think so. I think so. Excuse me, excuse me. And when she gets in here, she starts to run. The moment that she starts to run, it's the moment that the other adventure party draws their weapon.
So-
You can try to negotiate, but the initiative is there because, well, this could go south in any moment.
Wait, we're fighting them?
Not yet, but they have the weapons on their hand, and they are looking at you.
I don't see a
Uh,
reason for violence. We don't need to. We're not interested in cooperating, but we'd prefer not to have to kill you.
Well, the leader says, Anthony says to you, but if we are not sharing, that means that we are after the same target, and only one of us will have the reward.
And that gives you reason to want to murder us.
No, 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 we don't. We won't murder anyone. We will just break a leg or two.
You're crazy.
It's money, man. 5,000 gold. It's a lot of gold.
And
My-
you're banking all of this on a possible rumor that we're both same individual.
Harold, if this man is willing to kill us over a small amount of money as 5,000 gold, then I suggest we oblige. Because, quite frankly, I don't want this sort of person in my city.
What sort of person? 5,000 golds. Is there anything that is not worth that amount of money?
Yes, a +3 sword.
He doesn't even have a +1 sword yet. So
That was out of character because my character is like
yes,
a
I know.
merchant.
I know, but well.
Emily does not in any way understand the value of money.
So
Oh, you're welcome to. Absolutely. My character's a fucking dumbass psychopath. I completely acknowledge this fact.
Well,
That-
these
Um,
people, they are not attacking, but they are ready to do it. Adventurer, Barbarian.
Well, I don't want to swing the first attack.
so
The girl in the background, the half elf, says, "Okay, well, the other option that you have is that we race, but that could end in a fight like very quickly, and well,
How about you just go to the left and go to the right? We don't need to raise blades over this.
because we know that we have to go to the right, and you too. Well, if you want, we can race." When she says that, the barbarian looks at her and say, "It's the same thing. If we reach first and they reach second, they will attack us to try to get to the prize." The leader
um,
of the group says, "Well, look, you say that you don't care that much about money, but all I asking is that we share the reward. I am not the one being unreasonable here."
We're not stopping you from searching again. Just move along. Whoever gets first, gets first.
and to be
Okay, the one who gets first, get first. We could do that. Try to roll a persuasion and intimidation check. You could use any of those to see if they choose to not engage. They are wanting to engage. At least the barbarian. The barbarian wants to fight. The other two, not so much.
Who was it again that should do the persuasion or intimidation?
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Who was it again that should do the intimidation or persuasion check?
Actually, any of you could.
I barely have that, but
I'm fishing dish. I'll try that.
Okay, they look at you. A group check. It's actually a good idea. Okay, they look at Hariel. They look at Gracia and say, "Okay, we can do it like this. We will stand down, and we will have to walk part of the bridge together, but we could split on the first opportunity. Do you agree with that?"
all right.
As long don't call here getting NP caught up.
Yes, yes, I agree with that. The leader says. The barbarian looks at him, says, "Okay, if you say so," and you start to walk together over these narrow bridges. You are slightly apart, but quite close for some time. The half elf looks at you, and while you're walking, says, "I don't get why we share the reward. It's a lot of money. If you want, you could even take the big portion. I mean, 3,000 you, 2,000 for us. We are less people, so we will be okay with that."
You have a reason, and we have out.
Okay, if that is the way that you want to do it. So about that, we will be going over here. They choose to take some distance, and while they are that, you can roll an insight or a perception check, whatever you have the highest, as they are walking away.
Fraser, you're on point today.
Create map moment. Well, you see, both Hariel and Brazier see at the same time that no, sorry, Brazier has a real intimidation, not in sight. Brazier, you can feel that they are planning something, and as they walk away, you see that the sorcerer start to prepare a spell.
How far away from them are we?
60 feet, actually.
Damn, I already used that for the day. But
I would shout or say at least, she's casting something.
And well, with that, we will have it. Sliver, it's so fast.
I like fighting. What can I say?
Any
you
opportunity.
you gotta do what you're best at.
Yeah, and you had to do it
I
fast.
Oh,
when we had the standoff, I used my vigilant blessing to give myself advantage on the next initiative roll that I make. So
nice.
Perfect.
I need it.
so it was a 12.
One
this
little
again.
second. Wait.
Did it go through this time?
What? Sorry?
Because for some
Yeah.
reason, okay, good. I keep forgetting you're supposed to click on the icon and then hit initiative, otherwise it does the initiative tracker.
Yeah, we have that
Should one of us roll for Emily?
for Emily. Yes, I could. Second, see Emily. Oh, you have to choose the. Well, but I wasn't there. You are going to the plaza. The half elf is not there. You were to get down that stairs, and they were to here when you see the sorcerer casting spell. And I will give you in order as a note for a new player. The last game we didn't have any fighting, but today we are having a bit.
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of investigation last time, so this is
It's not like we will be fighting every time, but well, well, some games will be more violent than others.
I'm just taking this as we are definitely right track. And
Yes.
seriously, how many people has this one girl man get tied? This web is growing
A
longer
lot
as
of
we speak.
people are looking for her. A lot of people are looking for her. That's
Like
so.
Sliver, I seriously role played as like I need some inner house like background mage here. I feel I'm playing the card before the horse, but I feel like later when they get to like, okay, which house is not involved in this?
Quite probably.
That house over there, and I point down just at a random house down there. The rest, pretty much.
So, Sliver, you go
Yeah.
first.
Oh
The
well.
seer had told you that the sorcerer was about to cast something, and you see her doing something with her hand.
I'm gonna move up to. Hold on, I'm just gonna double.
In case you are wondering, this is a water form. It comes like as difficult terrain, and the benches will require an athletics check to or acrobatic check if you want to pass over them.
Okay, I'm sorry. What
I'm
did
gonna
I
move.
leave? Sorry, I had to go take a phone call. What happened?
Well,
You
you
picked a fight.
I picked I told them not to fight us.
No, come on. Let's be honest here. We didn't pick a fight. We were like, look, you wanted money. We don't care for money because
Yeah.
we got our own thing. And we're like, all right, we're gonna start backing away. Starts backing away. Starts backing away. Spell casting.
yes,
Okay, so we're
that
fighting. Cool.
Yeah.
yes,
All right.
Uh,
Do I roll
Lucas, I think
initiative?
you put
yes.
the sorcerer on the wrong DM layer. I think was on the wrong layer because I can't see her.
You can see who. The sorcerer.
The sorcerer, I can't see her.
The sorcerer is in the token layer, but you can see her there. It's way in the bottom of the map.
Yeah, I can only see myself on the turn order, by the way. I don't know if that's intentional.
Yeah, we rolled the turn order on the last map.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was a thing because I also can't see. I'm only Emily on turn order too.
Yeah.
If you want, I could give you all.
I want my roll.
Ah, got my same initiative again.
Yeah, that's the problem with Roll20 is that tokens are layer specific. So like the token I have on this map is technically not the token last map.
Yes, that's weird.
I'm already at -1 initiative. I don't want to tempt the dice gods again.
Ah, you'll be fine. Actually, don't
Oh.
you have that thing where you have advantage on your initiative? Or that's the other guy.
Yeah, I just had that, and I just took over my. I just wanted to take over the same initiative I just rolled.
Cool.
So
All right, click icon and see, see, see.
Rip.
This is beautiful.
We are the best adventurers.
Seriously, man.
I'm role playing this like I had my healing food, but this just pulled a muscle because it's like
I like to imagine you have a sandwich and you're like frantically still stuffing it into your mouth.
The healing sandwich.
You know, that's what hit die are, right? It's just a really big sub.
Well,
what's the
so
Everon equivalent? I mean, what's
the
the
Everon-
Everon equivalent of a subway?
Subway.
I don't know. You might actually have a subway. Maybe it's like a flying ship because
no, they meant the
subway, but
sandwich.
Sandwich company.
no. But I thinking maybe the sandwich will be called flying ship because I don't know.
Lightning train.
Lightning train. Yeah, that could be. I will gonna eat a lightning train. It's long, so it might have sense. I don't know.
This is the last joke I'm gonna make before we get back into combat. Hey, hey, chef, let me get 2 thunder hams, hold a rye, and extra tomatoes.
Love them. Well, so you're over here, and Sliver, you go first.
Yeah. I want to rage.
Seems legit.
You are a barbarian. It has all the sense.
Then I grab a hand axe from my belt, pull it out, and I throw it at the sorcerer.
Oh, nice trick over there.
However, they are like 30 feet for not being. Oh,
25 feet. So
Perfect.
sweet, awesome.
the hammer hits the sorcerer, roll for damage, and
Nice.
hits her hard. You can see that she has suffered that hit a lot. You took half of her life in one strike. The adventurer runs to you, 1, 2, 3, 5, and will attack you with both of his sword. Adventurer, he will go with the rapier attack.
Miss,
Miss. He goes for a second rapier attack. I will do.
miss.
And finally, he will go for the dagger attack.
Oh damn.
Dagger attack? Sorry. Yeah.
Hit.
Aw.
Well, He slashed you 2 times with the rapier, bouncing on your chest. But the last attack managed to at least make you, at least stab you in the side and hurts you a little. So next it will be the sorcerer, and she will go and cast her spell, and she will cast web. It's a 20 cube. Be a sorry, this food. Yes. She cast web on the party.
Ow.
Yes.
Do we get a save against this or no?
Yes, you have a save in your turn when you act.
Okay.
Right now, it doesn't have any negative consequence, but now you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
My turn?
DC
Or?
30. Yes, at the beginning of the turn.
Okay.
Oh yes, it's your turn.
Okay,
I
I
mean,
just
at the
I
beginning
can't
of your
see the
turn.
enemies on the initiative.
Oh, sorry.
Dexterity save is that, but 7.
You are entangled in the web, in the mass spider web that has appeared of nowhere, and it's all over this floor. You can move,
Okay.
and as while being restrained, you can move, and they have advantage if they attack you. But you are free to attack or cast spells.
Crap. Does Zabel get a save as well, or?
Yes, he has a save as well.
And how do I roll her saving throw?
It's a dexterity check,
So I just click that.
and she's entangled too.
I figured. All right. So I can't move. I can cast.
You can cast, and you can attack with ranged weapon.
Could I attempt to cut myself out?
Yes, you can try to cut yourself out. It's a strength check, DC 13.
Oh, if it's a strength check. God, no, I can't do that. Can I use my magic weapon so I can use intelligence instead? Or was that not be applicable here?
I could allow to do that, but you will be doing it at disadvantage because
Yeah, all right. I
no,
guess
no,
it is a hammer, so it's definitely not a cutting sort of
and
thing.
it's not a nail. So yes, you're
All right.
not using the proper tool, but yeah.
Oh, hey, wait a second. This is a web, ain't it?
Yes,
Yes, it
you
is.
Oh boy,
can.
cool. Let me see if this still works from last edition. I cast Firebolt at myself.
Read the damn spell description first.
Oh, is there a thing for that?
Yes,
At the very bottom.
in the dialogue.
It deals
Uh
2d fire damage to anyone in it.
Oh shit, that would hurt everybody. Fuck. All right.
Yes, you can get rid of the web. That's the good part, but it will hurt you.
Yeah, I'll pass on that then. Cool. All right, Emily will firebolt the sorcerer over there.
Perfect.
14 to hit.
She hit.
That's a miss.
Full damage.
Oh, damage. Okay. Boop. 3 fire.
3 fire. The good thing is that now she needs to make saving throw to keep her concentration.
All right.
So she has
And-
advantage saving throws for this, but a +0 to. No, she managed to keep concentration.
All right, and as my bonus action, I will command Zabel to try and break herself out of this.
Perfect.
So that'd be a strength save.
Yes. DC 13.
7.
No.
She's a gnome. Well, I'm fucked.
So, Bracia.
I will. Yeah, first of all, it's to check if I'm entangled or not.
Yes, dexterity. You're not entangled.
15.
Nice.
So I will first move to round. Sorry. To
Perfect.
here, brandish my warhammer and try to hit the adventurer on the head.
Perfect. He will.
That's a 22 and 6 damage.
He can't do anything about that. You hit him and you see that he's quite tough. The 6 damage appear to have done little to bring him down. But well, it was a good hit. The barbarian will clash with the other barbarian and will do one attack with advantage. He used reckless, so you have all advantage to hit him, but he has advantage to his attack and those 5 damage to his liver, 10 damage, but he has resistance to all damage because he's a barbarian race. Hariel, you are the last.
Okay, so testing deck, see if I breathe.
Yes, you don't even get entangled. You jump over the webs and you're free to go.
Okay. This is a wall right here.
It's a low wall. It goes like tall enough to that it reaches almost your shoulder.
But is there enough? Even because I'm going, I know there's 5 space. Is there enough? Technically enough space there
Yes, you can move, but you will be like pressed against the wall. That will give you disadvantage to attack if you attack from there, and you could be pushed over the wall. That actually quite more dangerous.
Fair enough. And you said water fountain. It's that would also require an athletics check to climb over, correct?
Yes, it at athletics this 10 DC. It's not that hard, but you need.
Between falling to my death and fall. Oh wait, I'll make that over there. Okay, so I'm going right here behind my party members. I will attempt next turn, but I will spend my action go cast bless. This time,
Everybody's inside. Nice.
yes, everybody gets that wholesome 1d4. I got you this time, my warped buddy.
Yay.
Everybody? Cool.
Well, the adventurer changed target and decided to start hitting Gracia as his barbarian body. His confident barbarian body. 14.
14 doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
That hits.
Oof. And it's a crit.
Wait, hold on a second.
The crit damage is already calculated in it. It's
Oh.
the
Yes, I see that now. So you have 15 damage.
Wait.
What?
Can I use
Yes.
protection can I use protection and use my react pose advantage on that?
Yes. Now I will roll a normal attack because if it is a hit,
Oh shit.
yes.
Because I will help.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Well, let's solve it because I don't think that you will kill him in one turn.
No, but yeah.
So you, Cassia, take 10 damage.
10 versus 15. That's still mitigate. At
Yeah.
least.
Yes, and you still have to receive the dagger. 17
that
hits.
misses.
Perfect.
Misses.
Well, I am sorry about you, Sliver. It's your turn.
I'm gonna whack the barbarian.
You have advantage because he used reckless attack.
No, you still got that 4.
You
Right?
still have that before, and it might be enough. Yes.
Hold up a second. Can I use my inspiration on the 4?
No, actually, no. The inspiration is like giving you advantage.
All right. Yeah, but advantage on the D4. That was what I'm asking.
Actually, I like it. Yes, do it. You roll two
Inspiration.
d4s and take the highest one.
Hey.
Well played.
Max
You
damage. Hey.
You hit him. Roll damage. 11 damage, and you notice that he's really tough, but still you manage to hurt him. The sorcerer will go over here and cast firebolt. Yes, he will cast firebolt on Emily to take advantage of the web.
Ow.
Yeah, that will hurt. No, I roll damage, and I should have first rolled hit. Sorry about that. I forgot to make this attack. Fire. Sorry.
I duck.
I will fix this in a minute. It's an
Alright.
attack, spell attack, range. Here it should work. Yes. Well, it hits you.
Ow. So I take 8
For-
damage.
8 damage and 2d4.
Okay.
14 damage.
So 14 damage total.
And the web disappears.
Does
Does it-
Zabel also
doesn't,
take the 6?
Yeah.
The web burns away and hits Sabael for 6 damage too.
Alright, how do I minus her hit points?
How do you?
Yeah, because she did. Is there
I
a current hit points on this NPC sheet, or
Oh, I forgot about that. Sabael.
does she not have a hit points bar? I'm not seeing it.
Oh, I will put the hit bar. It's something that I have to do it in the token.
Oh, okay.
Giles P20. There you should see the hit points.
Do. Oh yeah, that. Okay, cool. I will use that.
Perfect. Well, so the web burns away and burns you in the process,
Ow.
and it's your turn.
Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, as a bonus action, I am going to point at Zabel, point at the sorcerer, and basically say, get that motherfucker. And, I believe you said it's an athletics check to run through the pond?
Yes, to get on the fountain and
oopsie.
run to the pond.
I accidentally a second Zabel, that was not intentional.
So you can, if you don't have athletics, it's just strength.
She
Or the-
does have athletics, I believe.
Cool, that's
Where
good.
is it? She has... No, she has acrobatics, not athletics, sorry.
She can use acrobatics too. In these cases of low obstacles, it's like you can choose to just jump very high or do some parkour.
My gnome rolls a 7.
But she tries to climb the wall and she managed to do that, but just that. She climbs the wall and falls in the water, and that's her turn.
This is the downside of making a small-sized assistant. All right, and then myself, I'm going to climb up onto this bench here. Can I see the sorcerer from atop the bench?
Yes, you can see the sorcerer from atop the bench.
Pew.
You firebolt her, you hit, and
9 fire damage.
9 fire damage. She falls down.
Okay.
Brassiere.
I will first, as my bonus action, use a healing word on Emily.
I don't know what that is, but I appreciate it.
It's ranged healing with just a bonus action for
Cool.
1d4 plus wisdom. So you get 7 health back,
Messi.
and you basically a small warm flame, like a small ember-colored flame, comes into some of the wounds and soothes it. And then another warhammer to the inventory in front of me. 12. I don't think that hits.
No.
Okay, he dodges that, and that's my turn.
Perfect. The barbarian will strike again. Why I closing the character sheet? I have a small OCD with close windows and things in my computer, and well, 24. I think it hits, and
He does reckless attack again.
yes,
All right, yeah, he did.
and you have fire damage. Being a barbarian, it's really cool. Hariel.
Okay, now that I see doors source down, Sliver, how you doing?
I'm looking a bit ragged. I'm not in any like danger. I'm still pissed as all hell, but I'm looking a bit ragged.
Okay, and Breezer, how are you doing? No, you just healed yours, right? No, you healed Emily. How are you?
I'm at just over half my hit points, so it's not
Gotcha. Okay,
yeah, so not that bad yet.
gotcha. Okay, then what I'm do here is this. Okay, so this guy's got advantage, right? So
Yes.
I'm just answer one thing. If I can brew here, right?
Yes.
Because I didn't want to risk anything like trying to against wall. I'm specifically behind our barbarian friend here, and
Perfect.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast this spell specifically on the barbarian.
Perfect.
Fancy.
Nice. Well, the barbarian doesn't have a really good wisdom, so
You're kidding me.
bad.
Bad luck.
Bad luck.
Man, I am not doing well today. All right.
No.
Well, that was my bonus action. So let me check
You still
here.
have
That's also bonus action. That's also action. Oh, and I only cast with turn. All right. Well, it is what it is. Since I am behind him now. Actually, stat failed. I'm gonna go after this. Is there a rogue? But
Roguey fellow.
He's a two-weapon fighter, dexterity fighter,
dexterity fighter. All right. So either way, bring out the long sword.
and the dice hate you today.
Rip.
I can only come up with so many in-game reasons for these horrible rolls. Like this time, my injuries have aggravated my old war injuries, so I swing short.
You ate too much and now you're kind of lethargic.
Oh, man, I've got the itis. I've got the itis the worst way possible. All right, that's it.
Well, that's it. Sliver, you go
Yeah,
first.
well, I'm gonna go reckless attack and whack the dude again.
Remember, technically, you have advantage on the barbarian already because he used reckless attack.
Yeah, but reckless attack isn't actually advantage. It's +5.
Oh, so yeah, you have advantage and +5. Beautiful.
Yeah.
What is that? +5 damage or +5 to
No,
hit?
sorry. It is advantage. I thought it
It's
was
advantage.
+5.
So
So
you don't actually.
no shit. I mix
You
it
don't
up
need
with another
to.
one. Sorry. I'm gonna skip reckless attack. I'm just gonna hit whack.
Perfect. You hit him for 9 damage. The man he's still quite okay. Even you keep hitting him, and he's bloodied, but he's more angry than wounded. The adventurer will attack Berserker again.
Before you roll,
Yeah.
I'm also going to burn my react again. Cast protection, so venture need roll at
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Perfect. Good use. It for one attack or all attacks?
It's
One attack.
One attack.
yeah, just one
So
attack.
this one, a 15 doesn't hit you, and dagger fails to hit you too. The man gives you a flurry of blows, but you are like, I am a tank, man. I am made of metal.
Yeah.
Sorcerer is no more. Emily.
Emily is going to. I assume at this point, since I'm just shooting firebolts, I'm assuming I've just built like a miniature, like fucking mortar on top of this bridge because that's
Yes.
basically what I'm doing. And I guess I'm gonna shoot at the barbarian because he's flanked.
And you have advantage because he's reckless attack.
Okay,
Okay,
22
you
then.
hit him and come at 9 damage. Nice.
Bang. And as a bonus action, Zabel goes boop, 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 and is hopefully going to climb out behind this guy, if possible.
Perfect.
Is that a check?
About no, coming down is easy.
Boop.
As with the thing of about flanking, 5th edition doesn't have flanking rules, but I actually like the idea of flanking. As a compromise, I am proposing this house rule. If you agree, we can use it. When you are flanked, you choose which of your opponents you give advantage to. So if you are surrounded by both sides, it's like you choose to face one and give advantage to the other.
Makes sense.
You consider you agree with this?
Yeah.
Perfect. So that you have that. Bracia. Another thing, you can try to force the opponent to give advantage to the other person by intimidating him or insulting him or something like that. So if, like taunting, like saying, "Hey, look at me," to make sure that the other person gets advantage.
Sounds fun.
Okay.
Well,
But isn't that a help action? Like as an action, you can give somebody advantage on an attack roll. You just need to be.
yes, but you don't use an action in this case. It will be
Okay.
it will
But you
be
need
like
to.
if you are flanking, you can do the help action like as a free action. You could say
Okay.
you could say it like that. Well, Gracia.
Yeah, I'll give a healing word. Yeah, I give a healing word to Sliver.
Perfect.
Sorry, that's wrong spell sheet.
All is well. We're all still learning here.
Yes.
So that's 5 hit points, and then I'll roll again. 19 and 9 bludgeoning damage.
Bonk.
So I'll try hit him. Probably make a downward swing, make an upward swing, and hit him in the ribs.
You hit him in the ribs and he reels a little. You notice that you are starting to wearing them down. The barbarian will keep in. Yes, he has made the saving throw, so he will keep hitting Sliver.
Oh, the barbarian's hitting Sliver?
Yep.
Yes.
Cool, he has disadvantage.
Oh,
because Emily,
nice.
because Zabel can shoot out force fields.
Cool.
Hey!
Well, sorry, it will be actually a normal roll because he has advantage for reckless attack.
Ah. Well, still A because I prevented the 19.
Well,
He
it's
misses.
Ah.
he misses, so it's useful. Well, nice play. The barbarian doesn't have any more actions. Hariel.
All right.
The barbarian is looking straight at Sliver, so you have advantage. Well, actually, you all have advantage against him because he's reckless.
At this point, let's see what my odds are like.
Perfect.
Do all once. Do all once. Come on.
Hey man, I've seen worse.
I'm totally rolling for it, but at the same time, I'm like, come on, Yahtzee!
11.
Remember the
The default
D4.
for blessing. The default for blessing.
D4
Yeah.
bless.
Yeah, it's 3 people, and I cast it on all of you.
Oh,
Oh, right.
no luck for Hariel today.
Oh lord. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to change flank because at the very least I can protect.
Perfect.
Oh my god, this reminds me. Friggin' when I first got Tahiti, he did not hit a single fucking thing for like the first 2 sessions. It was amazing.
Some people are like that. Like, sometimes it's just a day.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a chronicle problem for you or it's just this day.
No, this is not my first roll 20 campaign, and other campaigns roll 20. It's heavy, very heavy. So you just gotta roll it. And to be fair, in our character creation 4, I was because I saw how Berndak was doing his stuff and our previous party members were doing their stuff. I knew we had proper yes, so I wasn't imagining Imperial ES anyway. Support is
Ah,
still between the
no,
blessing and
you
the
are quite
protection.
actually. You are,
It's been working out.
yes, you have protection. You have the blessing. You are a good support.
So yeah.
Just with bad luck.
Oh, yeah, these ones. Any case, enough about that. Let's get back to being guys back and
You go,
whacking
Slither.
people.
Yeah, well, let's go again. Whack the dude.
You whack him.
Oh, automatic double gun.
And you hit him for 14 damage. So the barbarian is starting to move slower. To you notice that he's bleeding a lot. The adventurer looks around, sees that he's outnumbered and quite probably outgunned, and says, "Okay, okay, okay," and drops and lowers the sword. He doesn't drop it, but says, "Okay, it's your prey. We will walk away." Okay.
The barbarian's still raging, right?
Yes, the barbarian is still raging, but
That,
no,
that's just the one we have to worry about right now because they're too much in their anger. Be like, okay, we're done, we're chill.
Mhm.
well, Emily, the leader says, okay, let's stop fighting.
Lay down your weapons then.
Give me a persuasion check, but it's with advantage.
Okay. Persuasion. Boop. 14.
That- that-
Oh yeah, plus D4 from bless.
Yep, you
Oh,
got tap
roll the
blast.
d4, roll the d4 because you.
16.
Okay, okay. He drops the weapons and says, Urk, stop.
Now do you see why I said
Yes,
attacking
sir.
people out of the blue is a bad idea?
Yes, it's a bad idea, but well, we were after the money. It's not in play.
And
It's,
how much is your life
it's
worth?
off. Yeah. That's why we are surrendering. We do think that we imagine that you will be softer, if you could say it so.
Emily goes
I'm
down,
sorry.
picks up their swords and stuff, and says, "Tell us what you know."
Okay, just let me give you a small potion of healing to the sorcerer, and Urk, the barbarian, stops like a trained dog. You see that when you have a really good training dog, but he really wants to do something that you can see, like its body wants to move, but the order holds him down.
All right.
Sliver is just the same. He is getting really pissed about this now. He wants to kill something for once today.
Ugh,
All right. Well, BRB, my delivery just got here, so Emily is still there, but out of character. I need to go grab something. One sec.
okay. And
So
Anthony
go ahead.
gives the sorcerer a potion of healing and stabilize her. He looks at you and say, okay, what do we know? There was we were looking for a woman and her handmaiden gnome. The host candid put an ad in Clifford Adventurers League. Clifftop Adventurers League.
Cliff.
Cliff.
The discussion about Subway made me order a sub for lunch, so I'll mute my mic while I eat.
Okay. Well, and he say that whoever bring Merrick's his daughter back will be given 5,000 gold. And well, after that we contact some of our friends in the Boromar clan and bribe them a little, and they say that they have some spies between the dusk, and those spies watch as the harpies managed to capture this girl and then bring her to the dancing shadows in district. And well, we were actually having lunch in the barbecue in the plaza, in the market plaza, in the market, when we overhear you talking to the half elf lady, and the description of who you were looking sound familiar. We didn't know that she was wearing a mask, but a gnome, a lady, an adventurer party going after her. It sounded suspicious, and it sounded like an opportunity, so we took it, and here we are.
While I don't
There are,
begrudge, while I
there are,
don't, sorry, go ahead.
there are quite a lot of people looking after her.
That
So
actually to my next question, because from the way you were treating us. When you all accept that mission, the adventure,
Yes.
it was an open posting.
It was an open posting. If you were adventurers of the Adventure League, we wouldn't have it attacked because, well, guild beast. But any other people, well, free open game.
Great. So now, not gonna say anything. All right. So, when you accepted this mission, did you
Yes.
act with somebody from House Kenneth, or what, or was the basic direction?
A messenger from Host Canit announced this and gave us the details about the attack that the lady suffered, about the fact, and he told us that that has been kidnapped by harpies working probably from for the dust.
You all see Harriel just like put her hand on her face, like she like holding the bridge of her nose as if it's got migraine, because this coming way too messy.
Oh, by
Well,
the way, quite probably the other adventure guild, have the same, the Dead Gate Guard, the rival adventurers guild.
Oh, so at the very least, we're dealing with a whole bunch of adventurers. So guild. Okay, Death Guard.
Yes. So good luck. As you have, well, you have a good lead, so maybe you can reach her on time and well get the 5,000 gold, or you don't care about gold. I don't know. Her having marriage. I don't know what you want, but I hope that at least as you had fucked us up, you get something out of this. So
Okay.
we will be going. No monkey business time.
But
We don't. Money is not worth the dying.
before you go, and I see Sliver, because I know Sliver wants to get one last pot shot in. I don't blame him. But before they go, I would like to do an insight check, cause I want to tell during that exchange where they were revealing to us all that information. Did it seem like this? I know they want to get out of our hair because we nearly killed, but does it seem like that they are holding on to specific information that we not be aware of? Like, does it seem like I'm trying to figure out the best way to phrase it. Does it seem like they just want to get away from us because we are going to kill them, or because they want to get back and possibly tell others, hey, we have another look for these guys?
That's a good question. Roll an insight check.
And there's the
Okay.
crit. There's the crit.
Actually, Hariel, you seem to have a good luck with out of combat things. So, well, you notice something. Well, the first thing, yeah, their immediate goal is to get out of there alive. They didn't seem to lie on any part of the information that they gave you, but you have your doubts about the fact that maybe after they have a short rest and they have healed a little, they won't try to ally themselves with another party and make a second run at trying to get the girl. I mean, with the crit, you know this. Right now, they feel defeated and they will go away. But you can see the fact that they are not the kind of people that don't attempt the same thing twice with hope of better results.
Okay, so we managed. So basically, we managed to gain ourselves time, but there's still a chance that we're still going to run into an even bigger group of adventurers where we payday.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Liver holds up a hand as they try to move away and goes, because you were motivated by coin, that should be your punishment. Any weapons and coin you have on the ground in front of you, then you can leave.
You see that the adventurer looks at you, and you can see that he wants to keep fighting, but he put the rapier and his dagger in the floor. The barbarian does the same with his two-handed axe, and the sorcerer doesn't have any weapon, but they also have to leave their valuables. You in that have, let's consider 200 gold in jewelry and small trinket.
Okay.
Liver steps aside and lets them get on their way.
Oh, and a potion of healing.
Harriel's not going to stop them on this. It may not be much, but whatever time we can buy would be good. Once they're out of earshot, I'm going going to motion to everybody.
Okay.
Sliver.
Yep.
That's only going to buy us so much time. But good. This with 5,000 gold on the line, they're just going to come back better plan.
Yeah.
And
And when the story of how badly they were beaten gets spread, others are gonna hesitate a bit more.
I actually want to bank on that. This may be a long shot, but right now it's now a race against time because this one girl has managed to get too many parties. Is there any way you can actually before I do that, Emily? And I'm assuming Emily's not back yet.
Emily is here. Emily's player is just eating a sandwich. Is all.
Gotcha.
Did you get anything out of them, or did you get anything out of them?
Aside Satiation greed and Ross overestimation of their abilities, nothing much. All we now know is, along with our respective orders, got at least two different Adventure Guild members also our target.
Well, we
This is
already
going-
knew that. Did you
My
at least take their weapons?
Yes.
what money and apparently healing.
Perfect.
Well,
I'm assuming you wrote that down somewhere.
I am knowing that down for time being.
I can make like a Google Drive loot sheet or something.
Definitely need to split up proceeds later.
I will create in the text channel. I will create a reward.
Cool. All right. Right then. So, shall we continue on our way then?
One question. It seems like most of them have been on orders for House Cannith, like the Sharn Watch have been helped. The Warforged of the Sharn Watch has been searching them for House Cannith, and the Adventurers Guild is also for House Cannith. For whom are we searching this girl for?
How's Denis?
Okay.
The Church of Silver Flame is also looking into this primarily from for other reasons.
Out of character now, but you were the Silver Flame were summoned by House Denis, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a member of House Zenith.
Yeah,
not
but
the
so
entire
yeah, a member summoned you, so it was still like because of House Denis that this party was collected and gathered.
Oh yeah. No.
I would assume so.
The official reason why I'm there, it's basically House the Need. But there is something in regards to my backstory regarding that this time I can't really reveal.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, actually, this is slightly it's House the Need thing, but it's actually slightly personal. You have Saga who asked your commander, and your commander asked you, and your commander also asked Corona Downblade, and well, that made the chain of events that has led you here. But yes, mostly House the Need.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to phrase this. I don't know if I have this capability. But what I want just Emily and Sliver. Is there any way to try and get a quick message to our respective authority to see if they can't like outside leverage to buy us more time? Because we got House Kenny that's doing their own thing, and not only have they involved City Watch, which technically is understandable, but they basically threw the equivalent of $1 million at Adventurer to also
Slow down. You want us to contact House Denis? What?
Yes, ask for favor. Help.
Is there a nearby enclave of them?
There is one in
No.
Sharn.
Yes, there is one in Sharn, but you have couriers that can send messages. Most couriers, they are not
but-
super. They don't tend to look at what they are sending.
Yeah, so we'll just send them a letter.
But what my commander told me is that it won't be likely that House Denis will do anything about this because they can't really afford inner-house conflict. So if they start pushing against House Cannith, like nothing good will come of it. So basically, no.
I don't want to push against House Kenneth. At this point, I just want to limit interaction. If
Yeah,
we can
but if you say like, okay, hey, can you guys start counterbidding on the adventurers or whatever? It's gonna create tension because House Cannith will figure out who it is.
I see your okay. All right. No, that is a very valid point. I guess just I feel like with all these parties coming in, I feel a little rushed. I was trying to think of something like that. But you make a valid point. Okay, never mind then.
Well, so
What about you, Brazier? Do you have anything you wish to add to this discussion?
Well,
It's a lot
just
going
trying
on,
to
a
help
lot
you.
fast.
Well, you seem like alright people, so trying to help you, but I'm not really have involvement in this, so
You've no interest in house politics?
I barely have a place to stand on national politics. So I'm just trying to do what's best for my community.
Well, you've you may have stepped into the wrong plot line. Then we've got quite the intrigue in front of us.
No, technically, if you rescue the heir of a house, I mean, she might be in a bad position now, but she could be in a very good position in the future. So, on the long run, you could actually help your community with that.
But I'm not that much of an Machiavellian player, so I'm just trying to help these chuckleheads.
That's perfect. You're a good man, and you want to help people. That's a valid motivation. So you get out of this plaza and continue walking in search for the hairdresser.
Let's look
I
for
think
her.
it was the next lead.
As we're walking, Emily's going to pull out another can of WD-40 and spray it at Zabel, would bring her back to full health, mending.
Perfect.
I mean, it wouldn't really be WD-40; it would just be oil.
I like to think that I've invented WD-40 at this point, just 'cause it's funnier.
It's magic oil.
There you go.
Like WD-40 is just oil. It's the delivery system that was revolutionary at the time.
Yeah, it's just magic oil. Exactly.
So basically you have a pressurized can with oil in it.
Something spells.
Okay, yeah, you were the wizard part. Yes, okay, I get it.
Exactly. I have a spell book and everything.
Having a spell. Well, you start walking and you get inside a part of the beauty district that it's actually mostly it used how do I say it? This part used to be a place where there were a lot of beauty salons, spas, and those sort of things. But with time, most of them closed and were replaced by storehouse by warehouses, except one lonely beauty salon that belongs to the man that you know as the hairdresser.
Does the store look like it's open?
The store looks like it's open, and as you reach the place, you knock the door and you try to look through the windows. What do you do?
I guess we just walk over and knock on the front door.
Perfect. A little gnome opens the door and looks at you and say, "Do you have reservation?"
Yes, but we're here anyway.
Okay, but you will need to wait a minute. I am finishing the hair of one of a client of mine, so I am sorry that my place is small and I can't have many people inside.
Take your
Sliver
time, no.
has
We just wish to
Sliver
speak to
has
you.
lost all patience
Oh.
and just steps up and slams his hand on the door to push it open.
Well, you push it open, and as you enter, you see one gnome that points a wand at you, and one woman who points a gun wand at you. The woman, as you see her, you see that her image fluctuates a little when she moves.
I'm sorry, repeat that. Broke up on my end.
Her image fluctuates when she moves. It's like a mirage image over her.
I produce the ring with Denise seals and holds it out so that it is visible.
When she sees the Nenit seal, the woman pointing the one gun at you says, "Oh, who sent you from the house? Who told you that to look for
Hold
me?
on.
Get inside quickly."
We do?
Yeah, we do.
The gnome closes the door and say, "Okay, so these men are cool." The woman with the gun says, "Yes, yes, I think that they are." The gnome lowers her wand, say, I am so sorry that I pointed this at you. We thought that you might be assassins or worse."
I look at the gnome and just nod and say, understandable.
The woman with the handgun says, "Okay, well, you might not notice, but I am Maril de Canit. This is my new look, air quote. My hair is still not finished, so we will have to stay here an hour or two as he finishes the illusion. I am so thankful that Saga sent someone to me, but I was actually hoping that no one will find me.
If
I
that's what
should
you were
know better.
hoping,
Yes.
You didn't do a very good job not being noticed.
I don't think insulting her is the best.
Honesty is the best policy here. She kinda screwed up. She has more than one party looking for her. She needs to know that she fucked up. and how badly. It is not an
Okay.
insult.
I think
It's just
I think what
honesty.
the barbarian here is trying to say is you may wish to rethink your strategy.
Yes, actually, I was hoping that maybe, well, the Harpies had instructions to leave a ransom note, but the attack happened before all the plans were in place, and well, things didn't go as planned. That motherfucking halfling, she could right through my guards like they were not there. So the Harpies had hurried to my rescue, and well, the plan didn't go as well as I was planning. So thank you a lot to you for being here. I will finish my hair to have an illusion to cover me, and maybe you could help me on the next part of my plan.
That
The
being,
gnome starts to, she sits down and the gnome starts to braid her hair into a complex pattern of sigils, spell sigils. And she said, he's doing that, she looks to you and say, okay, I found out something about my father, and that's something I should have not confronted him about that, but I did. I mean, I consider that maybe I could appeal to reason. He's making experiments to be able to create a new version of Warforged, or maybe make himself into one of you. Looking at Sliver, but that's not the problem. I mean, I have no problem with people becoming Warforged or Warforged being more. My problem is how he's doing that experiment. He's kidnapping people to subject them to his attempt to create this new workforce.
I'm sorry,
And
who did you say your father was named again?
Merix the Canid.
You're gonna see a look go over Emily's face, and she's gonna let out a fairly loud fuck.
Yes, he's actually kidnapping people from the lower wards and
He's kidnapping
transforming
people.
them.
I specifically told that fuckface to only do it on willing subjects, but no. Oh my god, this is all my fault.
Your
Ariel is
fault?
looking at you with sheer incredulity on her face. Like, what are you confessing to right now?
Emily is
Yes,
Emily is going to look at Hariel and say, "That asshole stole my copyrights."
but what? Why are you saying that this is all your fault?
Emily is going to say, "Well, I thought it was going to come out at one point or another," and she is going to rip off her shirt, and surprise, everything below the neck is metal.
Oh,
What?
so you are her, she
Oh,
says to you.
yes, my scans. Your father stole my scans.
Well, and it turns out that not many people want to experiment with turning themselves into Warforged.
This was not. It's more complicated than that. He stole my work.
Yes, I get that. He has done that like all his life.
Okay, well,
So
I didn't know that when I decided to work with him.
yeah, most people who decide to work with him don't know all of his intellectual and research practice. I could tolerate that. I mean, it's not excellent, but it's business. But this time he's going too far. He's kidnapping people.
Oh, absolutely.
He's kidnapping people from Highwall. He's kidnapping people from the Das. He's all of Lower Sharn is being preyed by his men. He used quotes on that. His men, and they bring them to some sort of secret lab. I don't know where. That's my next point. Trying to find some of the kidnappers, or find some way to find his secret lab and use that as evidence of his activities.
Oh, absolutely. Ma'am, I would let you know that we are on the same side. I hope you do not mind me saying this, but I have been trying to put your father's head in the spike for the last year or so for what he did to me.
I usually would have take offense on that, but I agree. And he has to be stopped
I was working
one
with
way
him
or
for a
another.
purely academic standpoint, but the fact that he's gone and using my research for slavery and turning people into Warforged unwillingly, that's horrible.
Yes, he's trying to make. He wants to make a Khanid army, an army that answers only to him. and I
That's
think that he started to read the books of the Blood of Ball and start to get obsessed about how to become immortal.
I.
Uh,
Emily is looking very red right now.
What was that name of that book?
the Blood of Ball. I will write it. You can see it.
Yes, but we were trying to. We weren't going to be kidnapping people.
Right
We were
there.
supposed to be helping people. Damn it! Not forcing
Yes.
things on people. That
Uh,
asshole.
Well, as I say, the road to Kaiba is led with good intentions.
I was working with Merrick's Decanarith to use the method of Warforged creation to hopefully make people's lives better, to create a world where, people didn't have to worry about disease or poison or food inequality. Now he's gone and using that research to create mind slaves. How would you react?
she nods. Well, I ran away from my house, and I have assassins sent to me. So I think that we are on the same page.
Very. Believe you me, I want to murder your father or I want to bring your father to justice as much as you do.
I am. If you help me, I see that you may be helping me for altruistic reasons, but believe me that I will compensate you too for all of the trouble that I am causing.
The only thing I want from you is I want my skank. That's all I'd like. Is I'd like to
Well,
see my work being able to be used for the good of Sharn rather than slavery.
perfect. I could get you that, no problem. And thank you all for coming here. The gnome hairdresser will spend some time on the hair to make the illusion more permanent. So you have a short rest to heal your wound.
All right, Emily's going to spend that entire short rest just pacing in a circle. She is visibly upset.
Perfect.
Fuck,
Why
fuck,
am I
fuck,
typing?
fuck, fuck.
During this entire short rest, actually no, the first part of the short rest, because I didn't really get damaged and I still got half stuff left. Ariel is sitting down, slowly processing the sheer amount of human trafficking and Emily's tertiary contact with the main person involved in all of this. And honestly, I was kind of thinking, do I have to bring Emily in for shenanigans on this?
Okay,
But
tertiary contact. Do you want the full story? He was a business partner of mine.
the second part is Harriel wants this man rested this short rest. How many windows is in this place, by the way?
3 windows.
And
One
okay,
over here, and one over here.
okay. Figuring out that there's time and place for everything, and we still need to figure out what to do once she's got her glam on. Harriel is going to spend her time at window over here, periodically looking outward because time is of the essence.
Perfect.
Very.
As you finish,
Okay, go ahead.
continue,
Nope.
continue. No, continue.
While she's looking out, Emily,
What?
once we figure this out, you've got to bring us up speed because things are very serious now.
I
But
assure you I didn't do anything illegal.
Sliver, I have to ask. This is something very serious. What's your plan now? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like the fact that this is crossover in trafficking, and I don't feel comfortable bringing her back.
I think we need to find a good safe spot for this woman to lay down, because she's the main evidence we have against Merrick's.
Well, we can't really bring it to Merrick's. Well, if what she says is true, then
Absolutely not.
Sliver.
Oh, sorry. My thing is, dead or alive, she's coming back to House Deneath. House Deneath is a rival house from her father. It's a house devoted to protection against anything, really. She will be safe there. They can figure out what to do.
And what's to
It's a
stop
good point that
what's to stop the artificers from simply walking over and asking for her?
The fact that House Deneath is a fair bit more powerful when it comes to manpower. Plus, that if the moment they do something like that, we tell the world of what her father does, and then they don't have one house against them. Kenneth will have all the houses against them.
Emily tries
out
to
of
speak up but doesn't say.
well, what I'll say, my original plan was to pretend to die. That was the reason for these guys. But failing that, maybe going house the need, not that much bad idea. My father won't risk a full war, and maybe you could. In that case, I could ask you for if you could continue my investigation.
Oh, absolutely.
That will not be on house the need business, but a private contract between you and me to avoid the fact of this becoming a house war. if we could prove that Merrick is doing this, it won't be only the other houses that could turn against him. We may actually turn House Canit against him if we have enough evidence to back this up. So, do you consider that an acceptable deal? I could contract you to investigate this and help me stop my father.
Of
That
course.
is a discussion for you to have with my commander. My
Oh,
remit was to bring you to them.
perfect. But well, I think that I can convince him of trusting you with this mission. But we will do that after you have led me to host Canit. Host Canit, host the need.
Yeah, how's we're going
I
to
was,
House D.
I
That
was
was
about to
a
say.
very bad mistake. Well, Hariel, roll a perception check as you are checking on the window. Actually, Emily is close to the window too, so
Oh, there's people at the window. Wonderful.
Wait, what?
Well, fuck.
Hariel, you manage, against all odds, because serious, with plus 10 to stealth, having a 12, you manage to see a halfling moving in this ridge over here. So it's way in the bottom of the map.
Okay. I got roleplay this properly. Is there anything about this halfling that I recognize?
The first thing that you recognize is his red hair. I will show you like this. And a red hair halfling is not something that never happens, but it's not super common. It's the color of hair that Jack Slash has, and it's hiding. You see that he's clearly trying to avoid being seen. So, suspicious red hair halfling. Suspicious red-haired halfling. It's moving towards a previous target of Shack Slash, so I think that you can come to agree.
Okay, joy. Emily, you're the one closest to me. You're going to see Harry tense up.
Everything all right?
Sliver.
Yes.
I don't care how close she is to her makeup being done. Whatnot, get her out of here.
I grabbed the cat, put him in the hood.
The cat jumps in the hood and it's like grabs you with claws.
I want to point out, as I'm saying that, I'm not looking at anybody in the room. My eyes are glued to the window.
I take a few steps closer to the gnome, and Marion goes, "It is time to leave now."
The gnome says, I almost done, I almost done. Okay, let's me here. He puts a pin in the hair and the illusion becomes more permanent. She says, what? They have found us? Who,
Yeah.
the adventurers, the watch? Or
Ariel, who is it?
Yeah,
Oh, damn it. We could try to fight him or we could try to run.
I suggest both.
I
Yes.
suggest run.
Perfect.
Where's
what's his
this?
name?
What?
I'm still looking at the window here. Lassus, I know we're high up. Please tell me in this was supposed to be a warehouse, right?
Yes.
Large
Okay,
warehouse, right?
this one is a hair salon. All the other ones are a warehouse.
Great. Okay. All right. Question. I'm still putting the question out there. Lassus, please tell me that you've got some way out for, you know what, VIP guests. Those guests that don't want to be noticed coming in and out here. Please.
Actually, some of my VAPs have used this window over here, but they had a flying carriage or a feather fall token. The other possible escape is the crane. Over here, you have a crane. The crane can be operated to get you quite below, and from there, you could get inside the. You will be in high wall.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, we could hide there, or at least lay low. Now a few people.
All right.
So you could arrange how you want to be inside the room before you open the door, and after that, it will be initiative.
Are
Well, the crane, is it this crane you're talking about?
This crane down here.
No, it's
bottom
like
left.
a few. It's like two houses over.
Okay, yeah, that ain't gonna work.
I think it can. You and Zabel can guard our VRP, and me and Hazel will try our best to keep the man occupied.
All right, if you want to do this.
we?
Emily is
I-
going to cast a spell on herself, since she knows combat is coming. And I'm go boop, and I'm gonna get D4 plus 4 temporary hit points.
I'm going. I feel like like this part got crossed over because all the prominent information that get dropped. But has this happened for us?
Apologize.
She apologized to us.
Yes, that was the only line that she had.
Oh, I thought that was actually Mariel that was pointing the gun.
No, Mariel didn't apologize.
Okay. It's actually nearing PM. How are we doing on time actually?
That's a good point. When time my bus get here? My bus leaves at 3:17.
Okay, if you want, we can end on this cliffhanger,
It,
or if we
that
could
that
find.
that might be a good idea to end now,
Mm-hmm.
so we know where we
Perfect,
Yeah.
are for the next time.
perfect.
We can
Well,
also, I don't know if you could, I don't know if you would allow it, but the other reason why I'm suggesting is like this. What we've got on Jack Slash is that he managed to take out an entire escort plus escort group in the first place. So
yes,
if it's okay, I feel like this is the type of thing that we try and discuss our plan.
obviously,
Yeah,
obviously.
I figure you've got a bunch of questions you want to ask Emily and the RP, so
You can strategize during the week. It's a good idea, actually.
All right.
So I hope that you have enjoyed the session.
awesome.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah. It's good. It's great.
What?
Brazier coming in with the amazing entry and stopping us from being charmed by harpy sirens.
Yeah, that was the best possible moment for my for the show of my abilities.
Yeah.
Totally.
Wonderful.
I mean,
Okay.
your mixtape definitely needed some work.
Oh, so well. I have enjoyed this a lot, so thank you very much. And I
Thank
see
you.
you next week.
All right.
TTYL.
Yeah.
Yes.
Emily, just for reference, I am going horizontal again. So if you start the RP right after, I will join in later once I wake up.
No worries.
All right.
So then, you have a good night of sleep.
Good nights.
Night.
Night, everybody. Until next time.
Yeah.
See you next